Praise be Jesus Christ and Mary Immaculate. Welcome to this fifth Sunday of Lent. We're going to read from the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. You know, there's a moment in today's Gospel that is almost unbearable in its tension. There's just a lot of tension to hold. A woman was caught in adultery. We don't know if she was a married woman or if she was a young woman, a newly espoused woman. We don't know any of that. But we do know that it's a group of men who wanted to expose her, who desired to shame her, to accuse her. And she is thrown at the feet of Jesus to test him. And around her are men, religious men, with stones in their hands. The question that they asked Jesus is a legal one. It's a trap. If the law of Moses says to stone her, what do you say? But Jesus, being the great teacher that he is, does not answer. He does not argue. He doesn't defend or he doesn't accuse. Instead, he stoops down and he writes on the ground. Now, some biblical scholars that I read say that the ground in the area where Jesus was not very dusty, even though the gospel says that he wrote on dust, on dirt. This biblical scholar says that this ground was very stony. So Jesus actually writes on stone. And that silenced everyone. The silence says more than words could ever express. Then he stands and he says, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." One by one, they all walk away. And now for the first time, the woman stands alone. But she doesn't stand alone in shame. Instead, she is alone with God. "Has no one condemned you?" says Jesus. "No one, sir." "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." It is one of the most beautiful moments of mercy in the gospel, but it's also one of the most painful, because it shows us something true not only about God, that he's merciful, but about ourselves. See, this woman was not saved from a cruel law. She was saved from cruel people. And here is the deeper truth, that the Son of Man came not only to save us from sin, he came to save us from each other. The one that became man comes to save us from other men. The one who became human comes to save us from other human beings. He came to save human beings from the harshness, the violence, the judgment of other human beings. See, the crowd wanted blood. They were using the law to justify their condemnation. But Jesus refuses to use the law as a weapon because he knows that God gave us the law out of love, not to be weaponized. Instead, Jesus fulfills the law by restoring the woman, not destroying the woman. Let me repeat that again. Jesus refuses to use the law as a weapon. Instead, he fulfills the law. He restoring the woman, not destroying the woman. She is guilty, yes, but Jesus does not let her be reduced to her worst moment. That is what divine mercy looks like. This is not softness or permissiveness. Jesus doesn't pretend that sin doesn't matter. He simply sees that mercy comes first. "Neither do I condemn you," And then he adds very important words: go and sin no more. Mercy is not a reward for the innocent. Mercy is the medicine for the sick. And who among us does not need healing? The real danger in this gospel is not being a sinner. It is believing that I am not alone, that I have a right to hold stones in my hands and point them towards others. Because when I do, when I condemn, when I accuse, when I judge others, I may walk away, but I walk away unchanged. The woman is the only one in this story who walks away forgiven, healed, made new. Not because she was better, but because she acknowledged she needed to stay close to Jesus. She stood still, vulnerable, and let him speak into her shame, and that changed everything. So I ask you today, from what or from whom does Jesus need to save you? Is it sin? Is it shame? Or is it the voice of others, even our own voice, that tells you that you're not worthy of love? And maybe even more importantly, who might Jesus be trying to save from you? Who are you judging? Who are you pointing the finger at? What stones do you need to let go of? God bless you.